So that evening of November 14th, 1975, Dr. Harder puts Travis under hypnosis, and it's observed by multiple doctors and the entire Inquirer crew. And this is what Travis recalled. On November 5th, 1975, as the 6 other men watched Travis get beamed and thrown by a light, Travis was knocked unconscious. He regained consciousness inside a craft. He opened his eyes in a strange, bright room with metallic walls. There was a bitter metallic taste covering his tongue. His mouth was dry, and he was very thirsty. His muscles felt weak, and as he's trying to get his bearings and understand where he was, his eyes were struggling to open. Like, it almost feels like he was, like, knocked unconscious. Mm-hmm. He was groggily waking up.
Yeah, and even the metallic taste, I was just picturing, like, biting his own tongue when he falls. Like, it's just, like, blood in his mouth.
Yeah. As his vision became clearer, he could make out one single light source that is above his head. So he's like laying down, mm-hmm. right? He looks down and he sees his shirt and jacket are opened and pushed up to his shoulders, and that there is a strange device curved across his body, like up into his armpits. And so at first his instinct is like, am I in a hospital somewhere?
Yeah. Oh, man. I just keep thinking, like, would this still have happened to him if he hadn't run into the field? Or
it's hard to tell.
Or like now I'm trying to picture myself from the alien's perspective, where it's like he ran into the field. They were like, gosh, we have no choice but to abduct this guy now. And then someone else panics and is like, why are you abducting him? Presses a button, then he falls. And they're like, well, shit.
Now we have to fix him.
We need to fix him and save him. But I'm not the alien. I don't know how things went.
Always thinking of things from the alien's POV.
So then he sees something. He sees someone or multiple someones. And at first it's very blurry and he's like, oh, these must be the doctors. But as his vision starts to get clearer, he realizes that before him is not a doctor. It is a creature of sorts with big, luminous brown eyes the size of quarters. And he frantically looks around and he sees that there's not one, not two, but 3 of these big saucer-eyed beings. And Travis is now trying to defend himself. He's looking around and he grabs an object, trying to find his way out and like something to beat them up with or like threaten them with. Yeah. So he thrusts himself upwards from his laying state, and this strange device that was around him pops off. It clatters onto the floor. He sees the door that he has to get to, but between him and the door are the 3 figures. And then this is where it becomes like a bit of a standoff. So the beings stood mutely, still, and they were a little under 5 feet in height. They had basic humanoid forms, so 2 legs, 2 arms, hands with 5 fingers each, a large bald head. But beyond the outline, there were no human resemblances. Their thin bodies were covered with white, marshmallowy-looking flesh, almost grayed skin. They had on coverall-type suits, orangish brown in color, and they had very small feet. They had no fingernails.
Ugh, that detail. There's something creepy about that.
Like, very E.T. phone home. No wrinkles and some oversized craniums, but very small jaws and very small lips.
As he's taking all of this in, these beings reach out toward him. And one of the strangest details he recalled is that these beings never spoke. Not once. They never spoke to him. They never spoke to one another. There was no words expressed at all, which makes Travis, in recollection, be like, were they communicating telepathically?
Yeah.
So now in the moment, Travis is gathering the courage to push past them when all of a sudden, without explanation, these 3 beings scurry out of the room.
Ugh.
So he's alone in this room. And he's like, what the heck do I do? He's looking around and he's again taking inventory of everything. He sees that the room is devoid of color. It contained only the light fixture, the table that he had previously been laying on, and this device that is now on the floor that had been on top of him before. He decides to leave the room because he has to get out. That was his instinct. So he goes out the door, the same door that these 3 beings have scurried out of, and he finds himself in a long hallway. He has to keep moving. So soon he finds himself in another room. And this room is massive. It is dark, and it has 2 chair-like objects with like a panel with buttons. As he steps inside, small little lights start to like pop up and illuminate on the sky around him, or like on the ceiling around him. And it dawned on him that these lights appeared like stars. It was almost as if he was in a planetarium. And he apparently tried to touch a bunch of buttons because he was like, well, maybe I can move the ship, like get myself out. But it kind of sounds like to me that maybe this was like their control room. This is how they navigate space. Which is
they were
wild.
in space.
And all of a sudden,
he was looking through the sunroof.
Kinda. Yeah, maybe they were in space. Oh, that's why. That's so creepy to think.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, Travis hears a noise. And he whips around to find something standing in the doorway.
Not just something, but someone. A human being. To catch every terrifying moment, subscribe to @Crimehouse Studios on YouTube.
Because this time, you're not just watching the horror, you're understanding it.